How are you today? Welcome back to Coach's Corner. All right, today we're going to talk about being a great teammate. But before we get to that, I want to say happy Halloween because today's Halloween. So all you people out there, please be safe, enjoy yourselves, and be a big kid. You know, I'm not dressed up right now, but I will be. I'll be a skeleton later. So, but anyways, happy Halloween 2019. Hope you enjoy yourself. But getting back to being a good teammate, I think something that's super hugely important, something that we covered with our team this week as our season's ending is, what do you expect of a teammate? You know, what is something that's super hugely important? Is a teammate a person that you can count on all the time? You know, like, what is your role as a teammate? I look as a teammate as a person, let's say in my industry, okay? You got practice, okay? You walk in, you start my sport, which is water polo, okay? And let's say you end up, you know, it's your first day, you get in the pool, and the coach says, I want to see you swim. And you go in, and you're drowning. You're like, ah! It's your first day, all right? And you don't, like, you're like, oh, heck no, forget this. But you got somebody there that's older, that's been with the team, and says, you know what, it's going to be okay. Come back tomorrow, all right? And you come back tomorrow, and then maybe you don't drown, but you're just like, whew, man, this is some crazy stuff. But then you got somebody that goes, you know what, it's going to be okay. Just keep trying your best. I know it is. And then you keep going on from there, all right? A teammate, somebody that encourages another person, all right? And over time, you get to a point where, you know, being a great teammate is being the first person to practice, all right? You are the very first person to practice, and you are the very last person to practice to lead. And it's not because you're standing around talking. It's because when you get to practice, you're getting there. What can I do to help you set up, coach? Or you just start doing it because you already know what's expected of you, okay? After practice, you're the first person to hop out of the pool and, you know, get to what you need to do. You put the cones away, you put the balls away, you put everything else that's away, you pull the goals out. Do whatever it is that needs to restring the caps, whatever it happens to be. To do it. And then, of course, you bring somebody along and encourage them to do it with you. You don't just do it for the glory. You help to, like, teach other people and build them up, all right? So super duper important. You know, you got leadership by mentor, all right, by being an example, by encouraging other people. When you're in practice, being a great teammate is a person that never gives up, all right? So if you get to something really, truly, like, hard, okay, and it's something that you struggle with, you will not give up. You will not give up. You will continue to try your best, and you won't complain about it. A great teammate doesn't show any type of negativity and doesn't complain about doing something that they are there voluntarily wanting to do, all right? Because that rubs off on others. Are you being a great teammate if you're negative? No, probably not, all right? So it's something that you got to think about, all right? A great teammate, if they are proficient in what they do, they build other people up by example, all right? So let's say coach asks you to do 50 passes, and you're done with 50 passes. Instead of just stopping, you go, I'm done, all right? You let everybody know, but then you keep going until the last person is finished, because that's who you are. You're being a great teammate, all right? You're going to get so good with all that extra repetitions, all right? A great teammate also knows their role, okay? When a coach is talking to you, or a teacher, or somebody else that's, you know, maybe in a little bit like more leadership position, you listen, all right? You know when to talk. You know when to take in the information and listen, all right? Because maybe one day you'll be the leader. You'll be the person that somebody wants to hear from and gather information, okay? But a great teammate is a person that will listen to others and respect what they have to say, okay? That's going to keep that wall of communication down, because when the wall is up, all right, nobody wants to listen to anybody because there's something in the way blocking it. But when the wall is down, even if you don't agree with a teammate, a coach, a teacher, someone along the lines, maybe future, a supervisor, you still have that line of communication because you understand your role on a much larger scale as being a great teammate, okay? And then when you're in high school, you go through your freshman, your sophomore, your junior year, and your senior year, you should have it down pat. Because really, it's not about being in that sport. Because when you leave high school, all right, and you go on to college, okay, and you are trying to, you know, build something and make something of yourself, all right? You get into groups activities in your classes, or maybe you got to do presentations with others, and you've got to know your role. You got to do your job. You got to do your responsibility and not put the ownership on somebody else, because then people are going to respect you. And it builds great traits for working hard at something, okay, and achieving goals. All right, and then when you get even older, maybe you come back to the program that you left, and you go up to your old coach, hey, coach, is there anything? And coach will be like, good to see you. No, I got it. But you know what? Maybe you can go talk to that person, and you go back and you get back to your community, your school, something along those lines where you can mentor somebody, and you see somebody in the same boat you did when you first started on day one, all right? And you go, you know what? Hey, kiddo, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And then when you get out of college, you graduate, all right? You get into a job. You've already practiced all these amazing skills, okay? And then you got to work to get somewhere in life, okay? So with that said, you work extremely hard giving to others for the benefit of the company, to the benefit of the others, because their success is going to bring you success, all right? In the long run, I promise it will. You may not see it immediately, but it will come to you if you understand that you put the work, the effort, the time, all right? All this other grand scale stuff that everybody wants immediately is going to come to you, okay? And then when you start to succeed, some type of success, you know, maybe in your personal life, you meet somebody, all right? And because you have so much, relationship development with others, you already have these skills because you know that if you don't give wholeheartedly, 100% selflessly to your partner that's in life, you're not going to have a partner, all right? And you got to forgive, okay? You got to be relentless in your ability to understand people are flawed and people are not perfect, all right? That's being a great teammate, is understanding, all right? When you understand other people may be sad or grumpy or mad at whatever their day brings them, that's okay. That's them, but your job is to build them up, listen to them, encourage them. All the other traits that we already previously talked about, but understand, be patient with that person. Maybe they're in a spot that you don't like, all right? You want them to improve, but being a great teammate is somebody that will never, ever, ever give up on the other person. I mean, it's so extremely important that you guys understand this, all right? Because when you're older and you have, all these different things that you worked up to, that is the most important thing. And it all started when you just thought you were going to get in and play water polo or whatever sport it may be. But really, it's not about that. It's about all these other characters and traits that you built and you developed over time. And teammate is not just inclusive to one team, but it's your life in general. And I think that's so important because you find the person you love, they love you back, and then maybe you guys have kids, all right? And then one day, you're going to have a little kiddo that looks up to you, all right, and is wanting to absorb all the information that you have, all the life lessons that you learn from, and you're probably not perfect. I am not perfect. I've made mistakes. I still make mistakes. But you know what? I understand that I try to live a new day, all right? And that new day is going to bring new adventures and new promises and new challenges that I can try to be the best teammate that I am. And I fall short sometimes, and that's okay. Get back up, try your best, and hopefully your teammate will understand just as much as you've learned to understand them. But when you got somebody that's little, like your kiddo, in the future, long time from now, all right, you get to make sure that you are an amazing teammate to them because one day they're going to do the same thing for others. I hope you're blessed. I hope you have a wonderful day. All right, this is our show for today. Happy Halloween. I hope, again, I can't, slurp it all into, less than 10 minutes and get every single detail, but hopefully you get the point. What is the expectation of being a great teammate and some of the characteristics that go into it. So I hope you have a wonderful day. We'll see you on the next one. All right, make sure you subscribe to the Coach Hulme Show. Got Benny Plays, got the Coach's Corners. Already got so many different things going on. Hit us up on social media. It's Coach.Hulme on Instagram, Coach Hulme, at Coach Hulme across the board, Facebook and Twitter, on SoundCloud as well, because these beats that you have from the videos on YouTube have to be all original. We just push them to SoundCloud so you can enjoy them, all right? Thank you so much. Have a great day. Peace!